Good morning, St. Peter's. Welcome to our devotion this morning. We're looking at a life of faith and what that means. This morning, our example is the life of Abel. It's a life of service to God. Do you serve God in fear in your life, wondering if you've done enough, wondering if you've measured up? Or perhaps you're begrudging your service to God. Maybe at church or just in life in general is begrudging, and you feel like you do certain things because you have to, because you should. Ho hum. In Hebrews this morning we read, Abel offered, verse 4, chapter 11, Abel offered to God a better sacrifice than Cain did. Now let's read out Genesis 4, 1 to 7, which is where Abel offers his sacrifice. What was better about his sacrifice? Genesis 4. Abel became a shepherd and Cain worked the ground. In the course of time, Cain presented some of the land's produce from the ground as an offering to the Lord, and Abel presented an offering, some of the firstborn of his flock and their fat portions. The Lord had regard for Abel and his offering, but he did not have regard for Cain and his offering. So Abel was the shepherd, and his offering was sheep and the first portions. Cain tilled the ground, and his offering was the ground. Now, many people like to try and figure out what was better about the offering, and there are different theories on that. But Hebrews actually tells us, because the truth is, nobody knows. Listen to Hebrews chapter 11, verse 4. By faith, Abel offered to God a better sacrifice than Cain did. That is, Abel's sacrifice and offering was better because it was by faith. It was through trust in God. You may think that God is someone who's always out to test your life, wondering about your offering and running a ruler over it, weighing it, seeing if it comes up short or how it comes up short or not. You may feel like you've done enough for God, but you see, that's focusing on the outcome. But God has revealed in his Son that Jesus' life was the perfect offering. His service was perfect. See, back in Hebrews chapter 5, it says 5:7, during Jesus' earthly life, he offered up prayers and appeals with loud cries and tears to the one who was able to save him from death. And he was heard because of his reverence. He learned obedience from what he suffered and became the source of eternal salvation to all those who obey him. The point is, Jesus' life was an offering to God for us. So that means now our service to God is in light of Jesus' service of us and his life for us. Our sacrifice at times to God can become begrudging, but we need to be reminded and remember that our service is in the service of the one who died for us. And so we actually do things, on Sundays we do things for God's people, we serve God at work, we serve God in different capacities, not because we've just got to get the outcome or whatever it is, but because actually God has died for us, Jesus has died for us. We serve him as he is the Lord. Life is service to God, and we do that though in knowledge of his offering and of his Son loving us. And that's how we serve, and we have a life of service by faith, by trusting him and recognising our life isn't being measured and it isn't being an offering up to him to measure up, but rather Jesus has done it for us. He is the one who has offered his whole life for us. So in gratitude and thanksgiving and in response to him, we serve God through our time, talents and treasures and through serving others and loving him. That's how we live a life of service by faith. Tomorrow we'll see Enoch, who walked with God. Look forward to that then.